Okay, so um I have created the copper battle axe, which is better than the goblin smasher from this quest, just by a bit. And the cauldron stir from the barons is also a smart raid. I had to travel through the barons to Orgrimmar to train the two-handed axes skill. So now I'm gonna train the skill. I get to, get it up to my level, and then I'll do this level 10 warrior quest so I can get Sunder armor. So that should help with some things like the supervisor fizz sprockets and the photo for the Tauren quest. I really like Orgrimmar, but it feels just very, very centered on the orcs. And I mean, it is, same as Stormwind, how Stormwind is a human city, but Stormwind has the Dwarven district, and, it's got that little small area for the Night Elf pool. I just thought over the years we would have seen small expansion of Orgrimmar, like the trolls, maybe, at least. But I've always preferred the Horde since I was younger. I think my first character was a troll. I don't know why a troll. I think I just thought, like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking kick-ass. But I play an orc on retail now. I've got a blood elf as well. But retail is a huge sort of time sink. I mean, it's alt friendly. They want you to play different characters, but I just play the one, and then maybe per expansion I'll like level some alts, but I won't gear them up or do anything with them. On classic though, I do think uh, humans have the best starting zone. It's just so simple and smooth. I see like Mulgore and Durotar have some catches with it. Like when you gotta go down to the Isles over here, yeah, I feel like it's just a little bit of a spike when you have to kill the raptors and the tigers and the two troll quests. With humans, it's just so smooth. I haven't I've gotten a dwarf out of the starting zone, but I just have to do it more. And the night elves, I just do not like the night elf starting zone. And the thing with the human starting zone is it also just connects to good zones. So you'll typically bounce between like Westfall and Loch Modan, and then you'll what do you call it? You go between Red Ridge and like Duskwood, and then you'll move to the wetlands. It's just playing human. It's just so good. Okay, probably shouldn't have picked a level 8 bow. Um, Although I do have to walk all the way back to one of those stupid little towns called. I forget a lot of things. I cannot read what that says. Razor Hill. I don't know why I always see the little things. And I think just playing Alliance, you also just have more Alliance players than Horde players. There's also other benefits, like Gnome players have the intelligence buff. So I think it's easy to find Gnome mages and warlocks for DPS. And then dwarves have that one racial. Dwarf priests also get that level, I think it's level 30 to get that unique skill. Humans, they've got that the sword racial, I think. Like +5 to swords. It's fantastic for warriors, paladins, and rogues. Who has a mace racial? I forgot. It's not orcs, is it? No, orcs have like a gun racial for some reason. Maybe humans have sword and mace racials. I don't know. So I walked past a quest here. It's just 2 quests to kill some harpies, and you can actually get a bow there. But there's also a gun in Mulgore from killing a little rare that spawns, Ghost Tower, and I like getting that gun. So I'd rather just try to find Ghost Tower and spend the 10 silver on the gun, because in the Barrens there's a quest for centaur braces and you can get a bow with it, but it's just not a great bow. So I'd rather just have the gun for a while, because it's also kind of cool. I don't know if all of these things are worth it. What the hell's that now? Orcs are cool, and trolls. You know, trolls have that one racial for health generation, I think. But Durotar is just so big with not a lot in it, I think. But the fact that you have to sort of go between here right after you leave this little spot, it kind of sucks. Since I've never done the level 10 warrior quest, well, on this side of the horde, I've done it on an undead. I'm debating on if I should read out the quest dialogue, or if that would be very cringy. You know that... As a warrior, I'll read the chat. As a warrior, as I level, is there anything that reduces the charge cooldown? 15 seconds is not a long cooldown, actually. On retail, 15 seconds is unbearable, but on classic, it's not a bad cooldown at all on charge. I feel like at some spots when you get good upgrades, you know, you're gonna like, I don't know, I just feel like when I kill something, I've got like 3 seconds left on charge, which is not bad at all. Yeah, for my talents, I'm going for the 5% critical chance, where I focus on arms, so I get like rend. And I don't think I'll get tactical mastery yet. Probably respec later. Since I don't plan on doing dungeons, and I plan on just being relatively safe because I'm not fully knowledgeable on the game. I think I mentioned last time that the furthest I've gone is only level 40 on a human paladin. And I also just realized that the reason I sort of ran over here was to kill boars and then head to the crossroads. And then I just didn't. So let me just go smack this guy. Oh, I'm also recording in a different resolution, the 2000 by 1080p, just to see if it sort of fills the screen when you watch it full screen on YouTube. Because I don't really know anything about resolutions in YouTube. I could just record in 1440p, but I did mention I have this ultra wide, so I'm worried about sort of black bars at the top, and then it becomes hard to read stuff. Definitely not scorpions. Oh yeah, so blacksmithing. I'm considering dropping it because it's not hard to level. Well, where I am, you know, you basically just do the core stones, like these, and then the grinding stones. And then for mining, you just, I've got like copper in the bank, I think. So it could help if I want to, say, get leather prepared. Although I wanted to get, eventually medium armor kits. It just feels like it would be too much of a time investment to go for the heavy armor kits. So if I get, 2 stacks of medium armor kits in my bank for leveling, because I don't expect to reach even 40. Past that, the furthest I want to go with blacksmithing is to get the shining silver breastplate, which is at like 140, and it takes a little grinding on a self found, because you need like moss agates and like lesser moonstones and murloc pearls, which is I did some of that on my paladin. I think I earned the pearls myself because I was in the wetlands, but I bought the gems on the auction house. And so after I get the shining silver breastplate, I would probably just fully move on to herbalism and alchemy. It's because I feel like, I don't know, I just think having potions is nice. Like the stamina potions and that. Or maybe I just want to do blacksmithing the whole way. Putting my glasses on. As much as I love Horde, I've never gone too far with it on Classic. I seriously think the highest I've gone is like level 16, maybe. So I think there's Barons. You can do Barons until like level 30. But I think at some point you're meant to go up to the Stone Talon Mountains, maybe. There are sort of guides on Wowhead. Wowhead's so awesome. I look at Wowhead all the time. It's for like item information and that. Wowhead will tell you like oh these are like the suggested levels by zones. Like you go to Red Ridge for like 20 to 30. There's some zones are just more bountiful than others. Like I think Red Ridge is a nice zone, but Wetlands just didn't have too much in it, I think. Although maybe, I don't know, maybe Red Ridge just felt bigger because it had like 3 separate elite quests. Unless I'm misremembering that. No, there's the Orc Outpost, just full of elites, which is why you feel so grand, and then you can get that item drop that you got to take back to the Mage Tower in Elwyn, and I think that leads to another elite. But yeah, my human paladin, when I was in Stranglethorn, I think the last thing I did was take out that elite panther for the quest. The idea of doing Stranglethorn on a self-found kind of sucks because of those pages for Way, I think. There's like those 40 different pages, and on my paladin I just bought them from the auction house because they were like 1 silver each. But doing that on a self-found would absolutely blow. Okay, I'm missing like 10 levels on the weapon skill, but I'm just gonna keep going. So I can head back to Mulgore. And when I get to the crossroads, I will talk about the Cauldron Stirrer. I mean, I absolutely love that weapon, just because warrior, shaman, druid, hunter, they all fucking use it. Okay, I'm looking at the level 10 warrior quest. I don't think I want to read it out. They just want me to kill these giant fucking lizards, pretty much. They're not bad on a rogue, or hunter even, when you're doing level working. Just for the experience in that, and then, carving them. But you also got the crocodiles all along here to do. I mean, being a level worker is just so easy. Like, most zones are just absolutely just full of things. I don't remember if you can skin scorpids or not. But in the Barrens, you've got the plain striders, you've got the zebras, you've got the raptors, you've got the fucking cougars. You got the hyenas. You got fucking thunder lizards. I mentioned that I had a undead warrior. That was on the classic realms. I don't think it was on the anniversary realms. Um, but I named my undead warrior ex-wife, and I thought, oh, that's so funny. But I only got it to like level 13, and when I came back like 2 years later, the name was weird. It was like ex-wife, like C88137, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Apparently, the name had been marked as inappropriate, so they changed it. Obviously, that is complete BS, and what happened is that someone just wanted the funny name and saw that I was like an inactive level 10, so they just, you know, took the name. Didn't fight it or anything, because obviously it would have went nowhere. Okay, sorry, I've been leaving a lot of dead hair. I just don't know what to talk about. Of course, I got another malachite there. So this little ravine here has a quest. I think it's called Dark Shadows. We have to go kill the cultists and the goblin. It's kind of a hard quest. I honestly think it's a bit harder than the supervisor pfffwwhhhh, just because it's in a real tighter spot. Like the worst thing that can happen on pfffwwhhh is pulling in like a second dude with him. But with the cultist chef to kill here, he's got a second dude with him, the little voidling. So I always just leave it until like last. Yeah, until I'm like level 12. So obviously better players can just do themselves. So this level 10 warrior quest also gives defensive stance, which is for tanking. I think there's also a shield ability, but I'm not going to be using those. I'm just going to be using the Sunder armor. It says that these singed scales are 80% drop chance, and then I'm just not seeing them at all. The warrior's cool and all. It's just on retail, I just do not know what kind of warrior to make. I think I've got a few warriors. Like they introduced the original dwarf race. I forgot what they were called. It's just something generic, like I don't know, whatever. It's just when they're all stone, like gems poking out of them. So I made one of them, and I made it a warrior. Um, it just wasn't very fun leveling her. I did Fury, in case that matters. And then I tried a Protection Warrior on the Legion remix. That wasn't very fun either. It just felt like I wasn't doing a whole lot. But the Guardian Druid, that was very fun on retail. I can see why Guardian Druid is so very, very popular. It's also very popular on Classic. But again, the furthest I've gone with a Druid is like level 10. I don't know why I always stop around that range. I've always said that if they introduce a Shaman tank, I would commit to playing it just because I keep talking about it. You know, like stray guild chats whenever I join a guild for like a week. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Shaman was intended to have a tanking spec originally. 20 years later, there's still no tank. The fact that recently Demon Hunter got a third spec, it's very hopeful that they will look at sort of rejuvenating the specs instead of making another class. I think that would really help for the longevity of the game, especially when specs start to blend together, like Arms and Fury Warrior on retail. When on Classic, class identity was just a major factor. Like each class plays so differently, even Warrior and Paladin and Shaman. But on retail, it's just you're all the same pretty much. Like even on Paladin, I've tried Paladin and Protection Paladin, and they both just have a very similar rotation, and it's very boring. Because I don't know. To me, I feel like it's meant to be sort of a major change when you go between specs. Not like you're playing a different class, but just like I don't know. There's some people going after the crocodiles. Well, the Legion remix, I was playing um on the classes that I do play, I was doing different specs. So on Shaman, I tried Elemental and um actually that's sort of a bad example just because I really do not remember what was that. That was like Rogue though. I think my retail rogue is Outlaw, which is the sword one. And then on Legion Remix, I did Subtlety, and it just, again, felt exactly the goddamn same. Like, Okay, for the warrior quest, I have to go meet an orc. Why? Forged steel, okay. At least this will take me sort of close to Ratchet for the flight path. Like, I think with Druid, when you play between, when you play between tank and DPS, it's like, okay, obviously it's the same sort of idea with the bleeds, but then you start to balance, and it's like, okay, I'm still a Druid. These are still Druid abilities, but I'm playing a different style, you know, with the moon spells and the sun spells. That's sort of what I'm getting at, is that you're still your class, but it's just sort of a different idea. So when you play Warrior, I don't know, I just feel like Warrior on retail, there's just no sort of idea between protection and fury and arms. You just all have the same sort of spells, and then it's like, oh, no, it's different because the tank has a shield spell. Oh, fuck, why didn't I realize that? I'm a big fuckhead. There's a one spell for mitigation? Holy shit. Just blew the game out of the fucking water. Diamond Totem, what a bad name. Okay, I got a little miffed about 20 years of degrading classes, but you know, it's whatever. Sorry, I did get a little fussy there. Oh god, please don't. Hey, a fucking Alliance player just ran past. It brings up something I forgot to talk about, which I was thinking about before, which is when my paladin was on the PvE service, which means you can't really attack enemy players. And I think I got it to Feralis when I first encountered the Horde. There was like an undead and an orc, and it's like this is like a huge sort of moment on a character like that. Like, oh my god, how is this interaction with the enemy going to go? But we're on PvE, so they just sort of ran past and nothing happened. I couldn't even like, you know, threaten them, or well, not threaten them, but there's just no option, and it sucked. So that's why it's sort of exciting to play on um the PvP realms, because it's like when you finally meet an enemy player in a sort of contested zone, it can be scary. Like, are you two going to sort of like understand and like not attack each other, or is it just sort of like attack on sight? Like, you gotta fucking kill this night elf. I don't know. Where is this guy? He's not here, is he? No. Where's Copper though? Am I heading up here? Okay, that's kind of cool. If so. I mean, yeah, it's a fucking plane straight up here. So back on that PvP thing, druids are played by Night Elf and Tauren, and they have a shared sort of hub for their class. And you're actually able to attack each other in that zone, which I think is cool because I mean you have guards there that will kill you if you attack another player, but it makes you sort of a little worrisome about playing a druid on hardcore. Because what if I'm like level 20 and then there's just a fucking dickhead that just wants to attack me, even at the risk of dying himself. Okay, this old orc wants me to collect something for him so they can give me a weapon, but all the weapons are one-handed, which is kind of weird. That there maybe, or maybe there. Five. Maybe that's good. Just changing the abilities of my hotbar. So I've been trying to talk a little louder, perhaps even a bit more articulate, because when I listened to the last recording, I noticed that I was just sort of slurring a lot and mumbling. I also noticed that I keep filling the air with like ahs, which is a bad habit that I have to drop. So I'm looking at this. I mean, there's possibly a chance that they will sort of. No, there's just no fucking way in hell. I mean, they're casters anyways, yeah. So try here. Holy shit, that works. Where's the main? I meant to do the Ren, but I changed it from 3 to 4. Oh shit, that hunt is getting too close. Battle Chain Cloak. And that's somehow worse than a Beaten Cloak. Okay, I've got the forged steel bars. And then I think the next quest will just be at level 20, which is, I had a look and it's just for armor, but it seems to be a pretty hard quest. Yeah. So I should, if I'm not dropping mining and blacksmithing, I should probably level my mining, because I'm bound to start getting tins soon. And with it, the core stones, I think. I'm debating on if I should risk the cauldron stirrer. I mean, I don't exactly have the silver for it, but it would be just kind of worth it since it's an upgrade. What sells for the most? 6, 7, 5. This one, 7 silver and 3 copper. And now I'm level 12. Gives me another 1% critical chance. With this add-on, it tells me that my crit chance is 6.83%. Which sounds pretty small, but classic, that's kind of huge. Um, hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna head back to the crossroads. And then, okay, so the problem with the Cauldron Stirrer is that I need to go into this oasis. But the oasis is just sort of circled by and even partially full of centaurs. And the centaurs go up to like level 14, I think. So it's kind of risky, since Warrior has no escape options. So if I decide to go for it, I'm possibly going to die. There's a troll warrior who seems to be going for the quest I just did, maybe. No, it looked like he was going for the copper, and then I mined it like an asshole. But the deal. Yeah, there's also the two-handed mace from a vendor. Wowheads showed it was sort of up here on the map, but you know, what's this guy just has it on him? No. Okay. Do I want to risk the cauldron stirrer? It's a good question. The problem is that I didn't get the Baron Oasis quest from what do you call it? Underbluff. I would lose a little bit of XP unless I go for it. But that would obviously just cost a little money to grab it. Of 12. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. And then just see if I die. If I die, it'll just be a little entertaining, at least. Let's see. There we go. Got the UI hidden. After the Cauldron Stirrer, I think the next sort of notable upgrade would be the RP axe. I forgot the name of the axe, but he just quest reward for Serena Bloodfeather. Um, I have a self-found hunter. It's like level 15 and in the Barrens, but I was daunted by changing professions, as if leather is hard to level. I was just thinking about doing like some tailoring and then alchemy and then swapping to mining and engineering. Um, Engineering is just basically the best profession to do because you get stuff like you get a target dummy, you get like AoE bombs and stuff. On warrior, it is just the absolute best, but on hunter, it's just good anyways because you get guns, scopes, and bullets, which is why I was gonna go for it. And also fits the character Tidy Dust. Centaurs. Are those centaurs? Okay. I do not remember seeing centaurs in Mongol. I guess I just sneaked in from the Barrens. I'm doing this ride to Thunder Bluff, and then I'll just buy Bane or Kane, whoever it was, before they died in Legion, I think. No, not Legion. It was either Cataclysm or Mr. Pandaria. Yeah, spoiler alert for fucking Lord, it doesn't matter anymore because all of the writers were fired. God fucking damn, I hate World of Warcraft's writing now. You know, it's like, hey, here's this fantastic fantasy world with so many cool elements. It's like, oh my god, that's so cool. Hey, remember like 10 years ago when we were sort of dabbling with this lore with the elves and like inner racism, like between the Night Elves and the Blood Elves and the High Elves? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, they kind of all just forgot now because we, the writers, forgot. Either that or they just wanted to treat players like they're all idiots. Like it's magically some grand revelation that um the elves came from trolls. Like as if we didn't know that already. And people knew in WoW lore. It's not like, oh, the players knew, but the people in the world didn't. They knew. It was knowledgeable. They would make fun of each other. Like the Blood Elves would make fun of the fucking Night Elves for being descendants of trolls, sort of, you know. And now in the new extension Midnight, it's like, oh, grand patch lore revelation. No, I fucking just hate WoW now. It just has not been the same since Chris Metzen left in like 2017. I know a lot of people say that, but if you just look at the track record since Legion, it is just so very true. I mean, what followed Legion? Battle for Azeroth. And Battle for Azeroth was just major character assassination against Sylvanas Winrunner. And also just the whole Alliance versus Horde conflict in that expansion was felt very forced. And then you had the whole final patch with N'Zoth, which is just so beyond laughable. And then just introducing what's his name? Raffian, so we can like talk to him later. Like, oh hey dude, we haven't seen you since the like Mr. Pandaria final patch. What's going on? Oh, we just like kill an old god now. Okay, that's cool. Hey, Raffian, where are you going? It's like, oh, I'll be back in 6 years when the Dragon expansion comes out. It's like, oh, okay. See you, Raffian. And Rathian just could have been a very good character. I forgot his dragon name, but I like Ebonhorn from Legion. He was very, very cool. Rathian was just, I don't know, to me, I felt like his sort of ego was earned. Maybe not earned, but more understandable. The fact that he's just like the one of three, like, uncorrupted black dragons after that whole annihilation, like 10,000 years, not 10,000 years ago, but sort of when it started. Just his smugness just felt like, yeah, I understand why you like this, bud. And then there was the third guy from Burning Crusade. I forgot his name. He just sort of shows up in Dragonflight. In um, since Raffin is just sort of acting like himself, they want you to sort of like this other guy from Burning Crusade. But it's like no, Ebonhorn is going to be the next whatever the fuck they call them, paragons? No, aspects. That's it. Ebonhorn. It's like you knew that he was gonna show up and be the next like Dragonflight aspects. And I mean the writing is also. I keep talking about how bad the writing is, but the fact that they had Chris Metzen show up and announce this grand trilogy of expansions. That'd be The War Within, Midnight, and The Last Titan. And so far, with the first two, we've seen absolutely fuck all. Absolutely nothing has happened. In The War Within, it's like, oh my god, like, who cares? Who cares? There's all these things. It's like, here's the Irvin, the original dwarves. Here's the Arathi, you like human and elves that live on the other side of the fucking world. Oh, cool. You don't think a single fucking person is just going to be amazed that it's like, oh my god, this is what happened to the humans that departed from Azeroth like 10,000 years ago? Nope, nothing. And then the whole Nerubian Empire, um, it just felt so small. Like I feel like people have been waiting on them since Wrath of the Lich King, and then it's like, here you go, here's the Nerubians, and then they're just kind of there in a small little underground cavern. And then they introduced the Ascended, which is like corrupted Nerubians, and it's like, okay, is this going to be a new sort of allied race? And then it just wasn't. I might sound crazy, but I was gonna say something very stupid, not crazy, so don't worry. But I would really like those Nerubians, the Ascended Nerubians, to show back up as an allied race. I know that probably rogues are going to be the most popular with them, but I would probably have a warrior just because they kind of kick ass. Okay, so I've got the Oasis quest, and I'm probably gonna risk it and go for the what do you call it? Cauldron Stirrer. I haven't had this axe for long, but it looks cool at least, and I've got a screenshot of it. Buff carry, fungus walls. I'm gonna grab that. Not yet. Okay, let's just go see if I fucking die. So with these fungus walls, I have to head into the center of this oasis, and then there's just sort of mushrooms that spawn around the water. But you've got to be careful because of the centaurs that patrol around. Quest is rated for level 15, and I'm level 12, but I'm sure I can handle it a little. You know, I started watching the original Alice in Wonderland because I feel like I was starting to mumble again. I haven't seen every movie connected to the Kingdom Hearts worlds. I mean, I feel like I've seen a good chunk of them. There's only like 10 I haven't seen. But I was going to watch the ones missing, starting with Alice in Wonderland, and I've seen Cinderella, and Cinderella kind of sucks. It's just not about Cinderella at all. It's basically just a Looney Tunes shit with the little mice she talks to, and then the stepmother's cats. So I didn't like Cinderella at all, and I thought maybe since like I've heard Alice in Wonderland's praised for its like art style and animation, that maybe it'll be better. But so far, I don't know how so far. Dear God, these centaurs are fucking scary. We get into the water, I'll be fine. I'm not being safe at all. But I have made it to the water. There's a centaur there, in there, but I should be safe grabbing it. Wait, you gotta be pretty close. Oh yeah, so like 15 minutes into Alice in Wonderland, you meet Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I think I have the skill for this. Oh, I can. Go to Sam. Yeah. Do I want to? I don't know what I was gonna drop money for. Or stone. Hell yeah. Maybe I'll just upgrade mining and stuff. Okay, so there's that. More spawns over here. That dude's kind of close. I'm a little worried. He's still 12, but okay, I keep talking away from Alice in Wonderland. I got 15 minutes in, and then Tweedledee and Tweedledum were introduced. And they like genuinely pissed me off. Because when you watch Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland, I don't know who the actor is, but they just have these two like big fat models for Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and then you're just sort of what? What? I just didn't used it. And then you watch, and it's people hate those two characters, and then you watch the original, and they are 10 times worse. They've got these horrible, evil faces, and then they honk at each other, and then they run synchronized. I just hated it. It pissed me the fuck off. And then Alice is like, "Oh, I'm trying to find out what the White Rabbit is late to." And then Tweedledee and Tweedledum are like, "Let us tell you a tale about the carpenter and the walrus." And it's like a 10-minute fucking story about a walrus eating oysters. It's like, fuck off! What am I just fucking Alice in Wonderland? So I turned it off. I'll have to watch it eventually, but it is, those two just are so not it. And it makes me appreciate Tim Burton's version of Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Because at least they're sort of lovable. You know, they're not like sort of rolling around and honking and running synchronized. It's just like they're sort of two oaf brothers. They're sort of like the twins from that episode of Kitchen Nightmares. Those two twins in the red shirts that are sort of arguing with each other and, you know, making pizza. I fucking love those guys. Okay, so I got the fungal spores, which means um I will be heading back to Thunderbluff to train staves. Also be what do you call it? Just finishing up Mulgore completely then. So I've got the feathers to get, the Hunter's Path, the Venture Co. And then I'll just sort of trot around to find Ghost Tail for the gun. I was mentioning the gun earlier. The reason why I want a gun or a bow is because Warrior has no ranged options. So being able to sort of like those two equilibrium before, when they're far apart, I don't have to sort of be close to one. I can just sort of shoot one, and then it's all good. It also means that since I'm just using it for pulling, I won't need a quiver or anything. Yeah, I'll just have like the one stack of like 200 bullets in my inventory. This quest is like 30 minutes, which means I should be able to run to Ratchet. Problem is, wasn't there a second quest that wanted me to go here? Maybe not. I know it's a Chen's empty keg, but it's not like I'm gonna look around for it. So I'll take out this Wharfmaster Dizzywig. No, it's just a little XP. I should put these down here. Oh wait. Oh no, there's a bit to be solved. Okay, so I'll probably get the elixir of minor fortitude. Because I don't think agility is great on Warrior. Improves chances for a critical hit with all weapons. Increases armor and chances to dodge attacks. Yeah, but I'd rather have a strength pot. And at least having a stamina potion will potion, but elixir. Elixirs last, like an hour, and potions are just like a heal or a run speed. Stamina is just sort of better, I guess. I didn't mean to take that quest. Stagnant Oasis. Because that one's like down around here. I'm not going to be going there for quite a while. I'll probably be like level 15 before I go there. So I'm heading to Ratchet, which is actually, I think it's a shared zone. So like Alliance people can go here and grab the quest, I think. I could be very wrong. No, I think it's just that Alliance players can go there and not be attacked by the NPCs. Just that way they can sort of run through the crossroads to get to like Stone Talon or Dustwallow Marsh. Because Dustwallow Marsh, I think, is a Alliance zone. Could you take the boat here? Yeah. And then you can sort of get into the Lower Barrens, get Fans and Needles. Yeah. 32 silver and at least I think it's 5 silver to upgrade mining, and then it will be 20 silver to train staves and guns. Because Cauldron Stirrer is a staff. So yeah, I still think it was worth it getting the copper battle axe. I mean, it was fun at least. Earning the lever in the malachite and stuff. Since I haven't leveled. Look at this fucking asshole stopping to look at me. Fucking dog. Since I haven't leveled a horde before, I'm not very familiar with quest rewards. There's a human warrior, but it's wretched, so I feel fine. Um, so when you're playing Alliance, right, you go to Lochmadan, and there you can get your first pair of shoulders and a ring. And then in Wetlands, you get like green caster shoulders. If you do the sort of stonemasons quest, starting in like Westfall, which I don't think it starts in Westfall, but you got to like do dead mines and the stockades, and then you can get the that insane fucking ring that increases like all stats. You know, I'm not fully aware of stuff like that on um yeah, on Horde. So, like I don't know where I'm gonna get my first pair of shoulders, for example. Unless I craft them. Now I'm flying to Thunder Bluff, and I gotta go to this stupid little cave on the I think it's called like Summing Rise. Spirits Rise, yeah. I would really like for this character to survive quite a while, at least until 40. Is that way I can you know, learn more about the Horde side of leveling. But yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna be sad if I die, as it just happens. I mean, don't get me wrong, dying would suck on hardcore, but I don't plan to play with people. If I die, it's my fault entirely, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm finally heading into Mulgore, and I don't really know how long I've been recording for. It'd probably be helpful if I use this little timer feature. Stopwatch. I'll do that next time, if there is a next time. I'm sure there'll be a next time, but I just don't know what it'll be. Um, I just sort of leave dead air because I'm used to being quiet. Like I can type a lot, 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 but when in real life I'm just quiet because growing up, that's like what I had to be. Um, and I just don't want to sort of be annoying, blabbering, blabbering, because I sort of have that problem with my housemate where I think I mentioned this last time, where she doesn't really think about what she's saying. It's just everything that comes out of her mouth is a stream of consciousness. So she doesn't, I don't know. So I'm saying a lot of ums and ahs, but for her, it's like times 10 as she like misspeaks multiple times and tries to correct herself. And then she will like say different things, and it's like, you're just filling the air in my head, not a lot. You know, you're just speaking and speaking and speaking. But it's like, there's no point being made. I mean, I feel like I was doing that earlier when I was trying to talk about Alice in Wonderland, and then I sort of trailed off like 4 different times. You know, it's not a problem when people talk a lot. I think it's good if just don't ever think don't think that it's a problem to talk, you know. Don't think that you sort of need to be quiet around someone because it's never a problem. It's just fine. It's all fine. Okay, so there's Colton Sarah and 4 hours of health increase. So I'm gonna go train the staff weapon skill, and then I'm gonna upgrade my um mining, and then just see what it looks like for blacksmithing. Because I know that I think there's a few more copper things to get for blacksmithing, and then there's just after that I get into tin and bronze. Um, I also get the coarse stones. Like I've got 2 in my inventory. So the stones I've been making are +2 damage, and then these will be +3. Although at some point, you know, as a warrior, when you start getting like strength bonuses from gear, um, eventually just having the sharpening stones and the blunt stones don't matter greatly. Like, I think you can get away with it. Okay, so I'll do bronze and tin. Don't need silver just yet. And expire. I think I meant to do the rough grinding stone because I use them. I don't really have much more to use the rough stones on, so I am just gonna go use them up and see what happens. Boom, 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 boom. I'll take that too. It's not very hard to get copper. I think I found a pretty nice way to sort of get it, which is a cave with the gnolls has quite a few ore spots. So I sort of go to the left of it. There's usually one spot there. I go in the cave, go out, and then go towards the right. I'll usually find 2 or 3, 4 coppers. Open trousers. So hopefully this gets me to 65. I'm doubtful, but I do have copper. I think this will go green at 60. And that means, you know, you just sort of get less. Sorry, a less chance for a skill up. So the orange, although it looks brown to me, I guess. The orange is like a guaranteed. Yellow is likely for a skill up, and then green is unlikely. And then grey is just no skill. Okay, so it's still yellow, so this will probably just do it all the way, I guess. Maybe it'll go green on 70. I even hit 70. You know, life is pretty fucking awesome when you think about it. At least to me. I mean, you know, I've got a bed that's very comfortable. I've got a great computer. Um, I've gained more space to put things on. So for quite a while, for years even, I've had to sort of keep stuff in the cupboard. But now I've got a desk, shelving, and I've got a bookcase over there. So I'm able to display a lot of my sort of stupid stuff. Well, it's not stupid, it's just stuff over the years, like plushies, game consoles. Phoenix. Phoenix. I think Harper's under the bed. Okay, course, sharpening stone, course weight stone. Fuck yeah. Ruined copper belt? Hell yeah. Okay, coarse grinding stone, that's gonna be the next sort of upgrade. So ruined copper belt takes quite a few, goddamn. Stone, wool cloth. Damn, I don't have wool cloth yet. Okay, so I gotta keep these weight stones. I was about to fucking sell them. Yeah, shit. Okay. So let's look. Core stones. You know, I'm probably gonna smelt all this copper just because it will result in what do you call it? Oh, we won't use core stones. The copper bars are stacked on 20 instead of 10. That'll just take up less space in my bank. There's 84 copper. So this will take a moment. I'm gonna mute the microphone just for a moment. I'm gonna reach behind and sort of press the button on the back, and I'm hoping that mutes it. Okay, I've unmuted the microphone, and I hope that dead air was tremendous while I got up and did things. Because I don't edit videos, so it's not like I'm gonna cut that. Just a fucking great few minutes to just this sound over and over again. That was fantastic. But now, all the copper has been smelted. So, got, oh, it requires level 13. I'm gonna make one of these, and then I'll probably make a few of these. I think I need copper ore for bronze, so that probably wasn't a smart idea to smelt all of that. But whatever, I'll live. There we go. It's not hard to get, what do you call it? Coarse grinding stone. So now I talk to the expert blacksmith. Train me. Oh yeah. Ruined copper braces are next. At 90. Jeez. Bronze boots. There it is. The shining silver breastplate. Plus 14 strength and plus 6 stamina. But it requires level 24. God. Well, I hope I live that long. Because hopefully I can get it on like level 24 at least. On the Murlocs. Okay. Uh yeah, I'm just gonna go put all this back in the bank. And okay, I gotta keep that. These, that. Then I gotta sell some of these. We will be ending the recording soon. I'm sure I've done it for about an hour. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe I can just sort of. Oh, not end it now. See if we go for that. Since I have the cauldron stirrer, I'll have to train the weapon skill. Because I wanted to go get the bronze in azure feathers. But then I didn't want to what do you call it? Die. So there should be some, like, I don't know, level 8s around here. So just smack them with the staff. I'm always sort of fond of axes. I mean, axes are just fucking awesome. You know, on my shaman on retail, I don't remember what I use. I think it depends on the armor I'm using. Um, I usually use the gavel of the Eridar from Fire Citadel. So, damn good weapons that fit the fell chain armor, but past that, I guess axes are just, I don't know. something about him is just brutal. I guess he's just cleave well with like big maces. It's just like, oh, cool. You just slam and crush, whatever. Um, Arms Warrior has a sword, mace, and axe specialization, and a pole arm. Um, but the sword and axe is probably just the best because you get good axes, like the whirlwind axe. Well, the sword and mace specializations are because the axe specialization is a crit chance, while for swords it's uh chance to get an extra attack. Wow, mace, chance for a stun. Oh wow, who fucking cares? Oh, you know what? I'm level 12. I can get fucking battle shout and overpower. Oh, I spent all my money, the 10 silver each. God. Okay, I'm glad I didn't fucking buy the gun weapon skill now. Steve's probably got 60 now, yeah. Yeah, overpower. It's really nice. Especially when you have something like the Cauldron Stirrer at this level. Because, so when an enemy dodges, I can use overpower, which does weapon damage plus 5. So it's very, very nice. But my bar is just kind of getting full. And I've got the 134. I've got the battle shout on 7. Just because I only use it every 2 minutes. But I like having these four here. Having overpower close, like on a B1, would be very nice. Because that's sort of quick react. Do I want to? Yeah, I could get overpower, but I don't wanna waste too much time, like tracking around. Okay, 20 more levels on the staves. Oh god. I could talk about more stuff, but it's just very disconnected from WoW, really. It's basically stuff I'm doing or working on. Like, I could just sort of rant about X-Files. Because, don't get me wrong, I love X-Files, but, I don't like the Chris Carter episodes. I feel like I say that a lot. The Chris Carter episodes are just always the same. It's to the point that it gets just egregious. Like, the Tunguska episodes. Oh my god. I think my favorite of the Chris Carter episodes would probably be the one where he goes to the Mulder goes to the train cart in the desert, and they find that I probably shouldn't spoil it, but I think that one's more interesting than Purity Control or Tunguska. And don't get me started on the Max Fennig ones. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like cool, but it suffers from the formula of Mulder and Scully find this stuff and then it's gone. It's pointless, you know? I also like 731. 731 is a nice episode. I mean, wasn't great, but it was just entertaining, at least. Um, my favorite episodes. Two, I actually talked to my housemate about it this morning while I was watching X-Files. He asked me what was my favorite episode so far, and I said I liked the Freak Show episode because it's humorous and it fits the monster of the week. But and he said he liked Jose Chung's From Outer Space, which is a very weird episode, and apparently I gave him the fact that they both had the same writer, which is why they're both funny episodes. I liked Jose Chung's From Outer Space, but with the name and the description of the episode, I was sort of taken aback by what the episode was, which is just intentionally confusing and just over the place. So I think on a rewatch, I would probably be my more favorite episode because I love moments like when Mola like eats a slice of pie for answering each question. Like that's so funny. So and then the Men in Black, that is just awesome. And then there's just some bad episodes. Like there's an episode where they just sort of do the thing, you know, like the movie, where they're like trapped in an outpost, not trusting each other. It's like, okay, that's very boring. And then there's a weird episode where they're trapped on a ship and they're just sort of dying because of the salinity. And then there's one episode which I think was this from season one. And X-Files starts very strong with its mythology. Like I was because I really like the whole UFO scene and stuff, but so like the first few episodes, especially the second one, it felt like, okay, this Chris Carter guy like knows what he's talking about, kind of. Like he's done his research at least of what people think. But then you get to the Jersey Devil episode, which is just abysmal. The Jersey Devil is a sort of cryptid, and the idea is that um, a woman had given birth to like the son of the devil. So it's just this weird mutated like bat goat. And then that's my first screen drop ever. In the Jersey Devil episode, it's not that in the slightest. Instead, it's a Neanderthal that has lived in the vast woods of America. And don't get me wrong, it's like it was a bit of an interesting episode, but just the fact that it was called Jersey Devil really rubs me the wrong way. I gotta be careful here because there is a hobby elite called Hate Lash, Sister Hate Lash, and she will fucking destroy me if I don't realize she's there. Because I think that happened on one other character. Um, I don't think it was Tidy Dust. I think it was just a different torrent I had. I was just playing, and then it's like, oh, I'm dead because Sister Haylash spawned. I'm doing so much damage that it feels like I just shouldn't use Thunder Armor. I just see I'm going for the feathers and they're just not dropping at all. Oh, I could probably put a damn weight stone on. Oh my god, are these bots? These are bots. Okay. They have to be, right? No. Are they? Moonstrike and Nikki. Okay, I guess not. Fucking orcs. Of course the orcs are here. I'd say that as if I wasn't planning to do Razor Hill quests. God fucking damn it. Okay, I guess I could like cut through and do Rite of Wisdom. Maybe. There are harpies up here, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Um, I fucking love WoW chat. I step into the fucking Thunderbluff zone for 1 second, and someone in trade chat says, "This is like if Canada decided to rename Idaho to Mini Canada. It would just make Canada look retarded. GG Trump." Buddy said Ontario. Case closed. I feel like since 2016, you just always hear about Trump in WoW chats, like in zone chat and a trade chat. It's usually trade chat, Baron's chat, and like Elwyn is Solomon. Well, just the trade chat, whatever. If I do make a hardcore druid, it definitely wouldn't be self-found. Just because, I've never, not only have I not gone far on druid, it's also just, uh, paired with, like, my lack of knowledge on the horde side. I just would really wanna... Not being self-found would drastically improve my chances of living past 20, you know? I probably will end it soon. The recording, I mean. I'm not gonna commit suicide. I should probably reword that. I will stop recording soon. Um, just because I have some stuff to do. I have to do some cleaning and then cooking. But as much as I'm having fun playing, I probably shouldn't just do like a 4-hour recording. I just think these sort of focused 1-hour recordings are better. They're easier to upload anyways. But, you know, maybe one day I'll just have one on here that's like 4 hours long. The problem with that is that there would be a lot of dead air during that. I think I'm mumbling again. If I do a very long recording, there would be a lot of dead air. So that's another reason why these sort of focused ones are better. Because, you know, yeah, unless I start to sort of edit the videos and cut out the dead air or something. I kind of don't plan to do that because I'm very lazy. Like, so far, this just isn't a hobby. Like, I prefer writing. And I'd rather not learn video editing just yet. Because it takes a lot of time investment if you want to actually make good videos. And I kind of do want to make good videos. Just because I feel like I'm very passionate about the games I like. Like when I click on Kingdom Hearts videos, I kind of click off them right away. Not right away. It's just I find that people just are sort of wrong about things. Like so recently, Angry Video Game Nerd uploaded a video about Crash Bandicoot. And you'd think since it's like, oh, this is like a very, very, very popular platformer, he's going to put some time into playing it. And do like a very nice video like he did for Doom. Because his Doom video was kind of awesome, where he was like comparing the different versions of the game. Instead, the Crash Bandicoot video is like 20 minutes long, and he just breezes through the games. Like, like Crash Team Racing is a very good game, and he goes over it in his video in 1 fucking minute, which is egregious. And you know, he's doing a collab with another YouTuber, which probably affects it. The fact that oh, here's Kidikarus, who does his own videos and has a family like James Rolfe, so they probably can't commit to this grand Crash Bandicoot video. But it's like, I don't know, man, just fucking blew, you know, because I really like Angry Video Game Nerd. I mean, I don't think his videos are outstanding today, but I still like him. I'll still click on him. If I made videos, I'd probably talk about Monster Hunter. Just because that's a very long series and people get pretty biased, I think. And because in my country, Monster Hunter wasn't very popular. I mean, we had releases, but I didn't hear about Monster Hunter until World came out in like 2018. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I had Monster Hunter free. Sorry, Monster Hunter Tri growing up. So this is obviously the best one. I don't know. I retrospective videos are also just kind of bad anyways, because they're kind of just explaining features, and that's kind of it. Like, I don't want to talk bad about a YouTuber, but he's done Monster Hunter retrospectives, and all he really does is just talk about, like, oh, here's the cooking mechanic. I'm not going to compare it through the games, I'm just going to say, like, oh yeah, you put your ingredients in here and then you cook. And then I clicked on a Kingdom Hearts video recently, which was amazing. It was talking about the original release of Kingdom Hearts 1 and its differences from the re-release of Final Mix. So you know, like this stat changes, dialogue changes, and that just the way you'd experience going through the game. It was awesome. I love that video. Um, it's probably like one of the only good Kingdom Hearts videos I've watched. I don't know why, but I feel like Kingdom Hearts just invites people to not pay attention to anything. I don't know, I'm not talking about the lore. I know there's the whole idea that Kingdom Hearts lore is super convoluted. I'm not going to disagree with that, because um, it does get confusing, the fact that you've got this lore spanning different platforms, and it goes between... You've also got, fucking, what do you call it, the browser game, like Union Cross and Chi and Dark Roads, which is supposedly has a bunch of important lore. That was like Japanese only for like 8 years. And then you've got like fucking like Vanitas, which confuses me. But is that a dead Tauren? Yeah. Corpse of Luciano. Okay. I wonder what he died fighting. Yeah, I was talking about Kingdom Hearts, and I just sort of started rambling about how it's sort of convoluted. But my point I was making is that I feel like people will just grossly misunderstand it for no point. Like even in the first game, it's like at the start of the first game, you can select questions to these answers, and you can get free paths for your XP. And so your XP will be determined by so it's like the first 50 levels require less XP, and then the next 50 levels require more XP, and then there's the opposite, and then there's just sort of a middle ground. It's very just negligible, the total XP gain, I mean. So you'd always want to do the fast first 50 levels, but instead you'll have people be like, oh, but the like doing the later XP requires less, so obviously that's better. It's like, no, it's like, oh, who cares? It's not even hard to like grind in the Traverse Town Hotel. And then you've got the Dream Weapon selection, which I swear people never understand, because you just it it doesn't just determine stats, but it also determines your track for abilities as your level, which can be very important if you're playing on like Proud mode. So you'd want to like select shield and sacrifice a sword, because that way you get like Leaf Bracer early, so you can heal without being knocked out of it. And then you want to get what do you call it? Oh, and sacrificing the shield, because you just lose the least from it. Like you still get the accessory slots and the AP. I'm just complaining. Yeah, it's like Kodo. I just fucking like I don't like it when people, you know, misunderstand things I understand. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole that way. Yeah, I need one more prairie tooth, and then I'm probably going to earth back and then jump off. But the next time you see this character, you'll probably be in the crossroads. So, yeah. That'll be pretty fun. Mm. Okay, my inventory's getting pretty full. Just these two. I don't know if I'll level on these quests. There's 30 silver, so I can get both skills. Underbluff. Oh, why? God damn, are you kidding me? Okay, I gotta hit level 13 to equip the belt on camera, so I'll just do that. Out. Then battle shout. We'll set level 40 or something? Level 20, okay. And my battle shout is rank 2. And then I can get boom, overpower. Put it with under armor. Automatic cleansing. Yeah, I'll just scrap this quest. No reason not to. That well is up over here. So I'll be going up here for these two quests. Doing the harpies, looking for Ghost Tower, doing the well. And then I usually do Fistbroker last, so I don't risk dying in the cave due to a bad pool. You know, I'll probably go to Thunderbluff. Oh, Stonehoof, I think that's the trainer. Yeah. Okay, because if I log off in Thunderbluff, that means when I play next by myself, I can just go down the elevator, go to the harpies. And yeah, could this belt soon, another 25 armor. And yeah. So yeah, next time you see this character, he's gonna be fucking decked out with awesome gear. Or probably not, I'll probably just be level 15. You know, I have this cool rosary with wooden beads. I want to wear it, but my housemate is pretty a judgy type, so I just don't want to have her question if I'm religious or not. I think I'd look pretty fucking cool in it. Sorry, my cat wandered in the room. Phoenix, I should probably get her on the microphone. Hold on. Yeah, I've got Phoenix here. She's a small cat. She's always been small, so that means you can just sort of pick her up and she can't really do much about it. But since I've been picking her up since I've got her, that means she's just used to it. um, Turbo's good. Oh yeah, that's the Breaking Bad creator show. So right now I'm holding her against me. Just so she'll like fuss. So it won't be like she's vocal, don't get me wrong. She loves to let me know she wants out of the room and stuff. Or she wants attention, but when she's like getting attention, she just want me out. So right now I'm just sort of holding her against me until she starts to fuss. Phoenix. So she's used to being picked up. And another thing is that I always kiss her on the head. And she's learned that I don't know what her thought process is, but she will now bump her head into my mouth. So either to her it's like, oh, this means affection, or what. She also loves licking my forehead. I don't know why. She doesn't really like lick the hands or arms, but the forehead, oh man, that is like free game for her. Probably because I got a big fucking forehead. Phoenix. She she uh, she knows. She knows I'm wanting her to meow. Because there's always, every time I bring out the phone, it's like she knows I'm taking a picture of her. And there, I'm level 14. Get to equip the belt into another stat. Yes. So if there's 10 silver, I could probably like get a gun. The Scorn's rifle. Phoenix! The Scorn's rifle from Ghost Tower. I was gonna check my critical. 7.76%. But yes. Phoenix! Hello? Can you hear her? Hopefully. What? I'm just sort of putting my hand in front of her face, and then she'll just sort of bring her head back. Like, how dare you? Phoenix! Hey. She had tuna last night. She's got a very warm bed. So, don't worry, she's fine. This is the drama queen. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Go away. Back on the bed. Okay, so hopefully that's been an hour. So the next time you see Noah Pony, he'll be in the Barrens. Doing fucking crossroads quest probably. And hopefully he'll look better than this fucking ugly gear. Alright, see ya. God, I think F10's my hotkey to end recording.